tuned in to the Even Though I'm Blind experience. Let's get it. Hey, hey.
We back again. I love being back, y'all. I look forward to coming to my people. Shout out to y'all, all the viewers, all the supporters, everybody that's tapped in. Yeah, I know this is a big thing. And speaking of big thing, we got a real big thing going on this one right here. I'm your host, Cazerny Bussey, and you are now tuned in to the Even Though I'm Blind experience. And we got three big superstars on here today. So we're gonna start out with the lady that kind of made this one possible. One I really got a lot of high regards for. One I really admire, and I think y'all gonna feel a vibe and the energy too. Krystle Allen, can you say what up to the people?
Hey everybody. Hi.
That's that good. That's that girl right there. Or should I say that queen, right? A little bigger than the queen. So Krystle, I'm so glad to have you back on the platform, the media. We had you on before, and I know you like one of the people's favorites. But for the people that's tapped in, our newer people, can you let them know who you are?
Sure. Thank you for having us. Thank you, even though I'm blind. My name is Krystle Allen, and I am from Newark, New Jersey. I am wearing several hats right now at this point in my life. I am the oldest of seven, an auntie of five, and a godmother of one. And I am also a co-founder and president of Eyes Like Mine Incorporated. I'm a first generation college grad, and I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's in social work with a minor in disability studies at Rutgers University, Newark. And I'm doing my practicum this semester at a national call center for the blind and low vision community called Eye to Eye. And by day, I am a community outreach specialist with a state government agency, the New Jersey Commission for the Blind. So, with all of these different hats, Eyes Like Mine is one of the faces that really holds dear to my heart. We are home of Dancing with the Blind and the Miss Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant. So, that's me in a nutshell.
Wow, you forgot to mention Busy Bee out of all the things. Oh God.
Blind
So you
Bush
got
and
two
Busy.
wonderful ladies. My first time interacting with these queens. Can you introduce these lovely ladies to the people since they're from the Eyes Like Mine platform? Can you let them know who your people are?
Absolutely is my esteemed pleasure. This is half of the court, the Queen's Court. It's our first ever court in the entire history of our pageant. The Miss Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant has been functioning for 9 years now. And every year as we go, grow and glow, we get a chance to, add more traditions to our pageant system. It's the first and only pageant for women with vision loss in New Jersey. And today here we have, as I mentioned, half of our court. So we introduced some new titles to our pageant system last year, one of which includes Director's Choice, which is a lovely lady from New Jersey, Miss Krystle Boateng, our first ever. And so, and then another lovely lady who is also one of our first ever title holders is our Miss Altruistic for her community service, Miss Deborah Fitzgerald, who is also our 2025 Dancing with the Blind champ.
Oh, oh, the champ. Wait, let me wait. Wait, hold up, Mr. Ball. Wait, hold
I
up.
told you I was coming with that fight.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, we ain't gonna pass that. You the dancing queen and the what? So wait, we gonna start out with you, Mr. Ball. Um, We want the people to know who you are. Tap them in. Eyes on you.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, as it was stated earlier, I am the champion of Dancing with the Blind, which is beautiful. I had so much fun. And this particular function is every year, and a sighted person and unsighted person gets to dance together. And so I did it last year. It was a blast, but I came back with that determination to win and did that. So I am the reigning champ, as was stated for this year, 2025. And also my title, Miss Altruistic, for 2024, in which I'm about to pass that crown to the next one. I'm an organizer of a support group, Mesmerizing Eyes, because I do have mesmerizing eyes, as well as
Hey.
others, as,
Hey.
as well as us in the blind community. We put a focus on the eyes, letting you know that we have different abilities, even with us being in the blind community. We want to do whatever we can with Mesmerizing Eyes to support one another, to help each one become their best self ever. And we're helping them to do that by whatever means necessary. I am also the CEO and founder of Organization of Unity and Empowerment, where we are assessing the needs of the community and finding solutions, and of Love Ministries, where we are helping to heal the broken heart. And so it's so much that I get to do in the course of the day. But I was told that I had to meet up with this dynamo, Miss Krystle Allen and Miss Niquilla Wright, because they was moving and shaking. They was blind booked and busy. And so I'm
Hmm.
here with eyes like mine because I really love what's going on, and I'm excited about the Miss Blind Diva Empowerment pageant, in which I am a contestant, and I'm coming to sweep the stage.
Oh, you
So,
heavy.
amen. I'm trying to pick up
You
whatever
heavy.
crabs I can. After I give up this Miss Altruistic, I'm trying to figure, what can I take out of the four that's available. But
Nah, nah,
for
you
any
not
women.
lightweight at all. You heavyweight. You a heavyweight champion out here. Know what I mean, I know the people see that. Um,
But I do
Kudos to
want to
you and everything you doing. Keep doing it. There's so
thank you.
much more for us to do. We got a long ways to go. We're gonna switch over to Krystle A. Oh wait, tell them where you from, Miss.
I am from Newark, New Jersey, by way of Quincy, Florida. I was born in Florida, but I do
Okay,
want to just say to any women that's experiencing vision loss, this is a great platform for you to improve self and to be more confident. And I just want to leave that there.
that's a fact. Man, I think we love you. We love you already.
Thank you. I
Yo,
love y'all
Krystle
back.
A.
Yes.
Krystle A was good. The people like who Krystle A. They want to know who Krystle A is.
I,
Hey,
I think you mean Crystal B, right?
Oh, I'm so. Oh my
Crystal
god.
B and
I'm
Crystal A.
so. I'm so sorry. It's that busy bee. All right. I'm gonna remember the B because Brooklyn, but yeah, I know that's not what it
Right?
stands for. But I know Christy said you from, you know what I mean, from Jersey, but you told me you reside there, but you from Brooklyn. So
That is
we gonna
correct.
do this over,
Correct.
guys. We going to Crystal B. We want to know who Crystal B is. Let us know, Crystal.
Sure. Hello, everyone. Thank you once again for having us on this platform. Thank you, Crystal, for everything that you have, Crystal A, for everything you have done in
Yeah.
terms of just laying the foundation and laying the red carpet for all of us ladies who get involved in the Eyes Like Mine organization and the Miss Blind Diva Empowerment pageant. I second what Deborah was saying, that this is a great environment and space for any man, woman dealing with that transition of vision loss and looking for a safe space to get back to, you know, an equilibrium, to feel like tomorrow you can breathe deeper. Tomorrow the anxiety can subside. They have support groups, they have all types of events. Dancing with the Blind, the Miss Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant. and the list goes on. And if I know Krystle Allen, this time next year there will probably be more events. So definitely, I second that. And as for me, yes, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I moved to New Jersey in 2017, and now it is my home, and I love it. So I rep hard for both. No competition here. And I was so happy, like I said, to get involved with the pageant and be able to be on a stage with other powerhouse contestants. That was our audition, was Powerhouse, and we brought the power. All
Mm-hmm.
you might
Yes.
hear my youngest son yelling out right now. That is what it is. It's nighttime and they just keep getting up like, I'm thirsty. All the things. So hubby's gonna hold that down and hopefully the volume doesn't get too loud. So yeah, so powerful women on a stage, all of us having various different impacts in the low vision and blind space, as well as just in the mainstream community. And what brought me, to the competition, what I showcase specifically is I am legally blind, low vision. I do not have central vision. I lost my central vision through a series of complications, but the best way that I can kind of describe it is the way I see is similar to someone who has Stargardt's or who has age-related macular degeneration, where the central vision just starts to degrade. It gets very pixelated, you lose detailed vision, etc. This happened to me when I was 19 years old. I was in college. I was, just trying to figure it all out. But one thing that stayed true in my heart was my passion for creative writing. I would later on in life have a long career, get married, have kids, and then revisit that passion for creative writing when I couldn't find large enough children's books to read to my kids. I now have a 3 and a 5-year-old. And so I said, well, I'm creative enough. I never needed, a big publishing a big publishing company to, create a story to tell my kids. But in terms of having a real life book that they could compare to the other books on their shelves, I was like, okay, I need to figure out how to do this. So I started a company called Inside Ability Books, which is a publishing company in which I self-publish jumbo large text children's books. And so I've been going at that for a couple years now. And I had initially reached out to Krystle Allen to be a vendor when they were having one of their organization's anniversary events. And then I got like a closer look and I was like, oh wow. I don't see myself as a pageant person, but this space is so inviting. It's not like a competition, it's a community,
Yes.
it's a sisterhood, it's a support circle. It's how can we push each other further? How can we lock arms and break down barriers together, right? Which
Mm-hmm.
actually leads to this year's contestants theme, right? Krystle Allen, isn't it better together?
It is better together.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, and this is all just authentic to who Krystle is, who Naquilla is. This was their vision. This was the baby that they birthed, and it has, burgeoned to just be a blessing for so many people, myself included.
Man, oh man,
Yes.
oh man, that's a big man. It's a big baby too, man. You know what I mean, I think
Yes.
it was born like 9 pounds, 10 ounces, something like that.
Easy, easy.
They
Yes.
big. Yo, I love the I love when you aiming the target, Crystal, like Crystal A. Um, better together, right? So
Mhm.
why do you think it'd be a lot of and this is for everybody on it on a on the media right now. Why do you think people be beefing in the blind community? Ladies, they can't get along. Why you feel like we got this division and we all, probably have this similar thing we all could relate to, but for some reason it's this big, division and just it's a lot of hate I'm hearing in the community. Where do you think that come from?
Well, I really can't say. I can't speak for nobody,
All right.
I don't know why anyone who would hate on a community that they live with every day. You know, it's not impossible to be visually impaired or blind or low vision or deaf blind, but it is something that we all have to live with every single day. It's a
Mm.
challenge.
Mm.
We work around it, we adapt, we create, for ourselves and for others. And I really like to focus on like the positive reinforcement of things. So when it comes to something like that, I can't really give it too much of my energy because I know what my compassion serves, and I know as I get to meet people like Krystle B and Deborah and many others before and along the way, it just allows for many opportunities to continue to bless everybody else. And everything is not for everyone, so that's why where Eyes Like Mine might not be for one person, there's many other organizations for another person. Everyone is out here creating,
Mhm.
everyone is out here growing and learning, especially in the blindness and low vision community. So that's my response to that. I can't speak for nobody but me, and I know what, I serve. I love people. I love connecting people to others. That's something that's a part of my joy. But
And
in
that's
terms
why
of anything,
that's exactly why I opened it up to you, because I knew you was gonna answer like that. Know what I mean? I knew you was going, because that's what you're doing. You saying that we better together. The reality is, even out of the blind and visually impaired community, just in general, it's a lot of division going on right now. And
Mm.
whether you know put this together based on that, or just because that's who you are and that's where it all led you, the reality is it's the opposite going on a lot in the world. And I'm sure now, I mean, Deborah been through some situations where you saw people in your community, and not just blind, because we blind, but we outside, we in our community.
Yes, we do.
It's a lot of division going on,
Mhm.
in the world, family, community, black community, white, so why you think that is, boy? What's going on out here for real?
Well, as well, what I would like to say is, we have to live. I believe we should live by the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So the same way you treat people is what you should expect from people. When we have to set those barriers and those lines, and sometimes we have to realize people been through a lot in their lives and their experiences. So maybe they have some bitterness, some anger, some hurt, some pain, and maybe that's what is being deflected, or that's what we get a chance to see from them because of their own life experiences. And that's why this platform is so awesome, because it's to enhance, to encourage, and cultivate our daily life experiences and all those that come in under this umbrella. And so that's why we want to kind of revamp the situation. So sometimes you may have some people come in with some different, type of belief systems and attitudes and different things like that. But the love that you get here, the sisterhood that you get here, the strength that you get here, and the work that we have to do to show them that we're better together makes the difference. So this is what changes things: your actions, your response, and reactions to other people's response. And that's what we focus on: being better every day
That's
and making this group better. So, like she said, we don't want to focus on the negativity, but we are the people that we want others to be, and we try to work on being that person every day, so we can be that example for those other people and let them know, look, it's something better going on. And if you want to be about part of something positive and that's going somewhere, you need to link up with us, sweetie.
that's big, man. Y'all looking real attractive. You know that. Very inviting and attractive. Like true queens, like wearing y'all crowns, like really holding it down. We don't gotta, be against one another. We stronger together. We better together. And I thank y'all for that. And I think the viewer probably gonna feel where y'all coming from. And if y'all don't, y'all better get on it, because they speaking some real life ish, man. Y'all gotta feel this. As far as like Crystal B, we ain't gonna get the B messed up no more. You know what I mean? I got the B locked in there. We gonna switch the energy up a little because they answered it so elegantly and perfect. How do you like in times, a lot of times they feel like it's not a lot of people out there they could go to. A lot of these people that are low vision and blind, a lot of them is not brave enough or they don't got the confidence right now to go out and pursue, these dreams and these visions that is given to them. How do you like encourage them and push them to like do it big like y'all doing?
Well, I have a saying that I've kind of held on to from the beginning. Um, you have to hold space for a positive outcome. You may not have any evidence of how things are going to change for the better. You may not know if they may change for the worse. But as human beings, we start to run away with our minds of all the worst case scenarios. Oh, well, this is not going to work because of this. People are going to say this. What if I can't this? But I always try to force myself to say the opposite side of that. What if people embrace me? What if this is the best thing that ever happened to me? What if I get cured tomorrow, right? Just what if, right? What if I stop losing vision and I'm good? I stay stable at this point. Whatever it is, the negative thoughts that are plaguing you, just say the opposite and lean into that. It's it's something that has kept me positive. It is something that has given me confidence. I had never written a children's book before. All my writing was from my eyes only. I had no idea how to self-publish a book, but I said, you know what? If someone out there has done it, that means there's a how-to out there. So I can go to, YouTube University, Google Academy, and I can figure it out. I can walk into the library and I can ask questions, right? What's the worst thing that someone can tell me is no. Once you get comfortable with knowing that this is my passion, I feel this is my purpose, this brings me joy, this brings me fulfillment, therefore I'm entitled to this experience. And, nerves be damned. I'm going
Mhm.
to do this.
That's right.
Um, so I would say if you're feeling small, become an actor or an actress and put on big and step out in big
Wow.
and keep telling yourself big thoughts until you don't have to tell yourself anymore. It just comes naturally.
Mm.
Wow, that was massive. You know what? I was at this event, this banquet in Virginia one time, with my management, and I was sitting next to this wonderful artist, actor. His name is Johnny Alonzo. And he
Mm.
was so reactive, he's sitting next to me, and I could tell he was different because he was just like so receptive. Like he was able to react before I finished my questions. He was like answering them, like he was able to just look at my emotions. And I was like, wow, like I was amazed and I was kind of nervous because I was gonna perform that night. And I said, um, like how do you do this? Like how you he said, listen, let me tell you something. And this goes back to what you just said, Crystal B. He said, I'm an actor, and you better be the best
Yep.
effing actor you could be when you get up there. That's the
Yep.
only way to do this thing.
Yes,
You better
yes,
go up there and play that role and see, because a lot of
exactly.
times it's not only for us, right? Like
Right.
a lot of times we can learn through the things we experience and go through. Like we might be going through things to obtain lessons and things like that, and let alone the people that we touch through the experience, through our outcomes. So it's another thing about just being selfless and letting yourself be a vessel and a messenger, an
Mm.
example, a leader, and a role model. And I just see that all in you guys. Like I'm looking for the angle because it sounds like y'all unbreakable. What would you
Okay.
say challenges, Crystal? Because you be working like I'm surprised I was able to get you on yeah,
Yes.
Miss A. And that's the reason why I called you B earlier, because you like a busy bee. So but yeah, how do you get it all done, Chris? What is the challenges? Like how you feel? Let the people know. And let's be real.
I mean, challenges will always be around anything that you're trying to get done, and sometimes some people don't even know what you have to go through to get the smallest thing done. And then when you put in the whole idea of being visually impaired, I have to do things twice as hard as somebody who can fully see. We all do, right? And we make our own adjustments, our own adaptations and whatnot, but I give my energy to people every day, all day, literally. Literally. That's the work that I do. That's what my organization falls behind, just serving the people. And it's not like nobody needs Eyes Like Mine. Nobody doesn't need the Eyes Like Mine organization. But it is another space that's available to whoever can connect with it. And, when I was a little girl, my mother told me that sometimes I would walk up to people, complete strangers, and I would tell them I love them. And I would say it in different tones. She was like, I love you. I love you.
Wow.
I love you. And she was like, Krystle, you gotta stop going up to these strangers and telling them you love them. But that's just me. That's the kind of heart I have.
Beautiful.
I've had disappointments. I've had failures. I'm my own worst critic. I'm really hard on myself because I want things to go well for others. I always think about others before myself. And sometimes I find myself waking up in the middle of the night just thinking about how can I make something better with what I have access to. I have access to a good circle of support. I have access to people like yourselves who understand what it means to be blind and low vision. And does everything go perfect? No, it definitely does not. It definitely does not. But, that gives me more of a reason to just kind of see it through. I'm a see it through kind of person. I'm not going to be easily broken, or I won't give up easy no matter what is thrown at me. I come
No,
from
I
a
got you. Look,
Caribbean background
I say
too.
this. You don't gotta say it.
Yep.
It's not needed, but it's necessary. It's very much necessary. You're doing something big for the community, especially, like I know, males benefit from this as well, but especially for the females, the queens, man, it's really massive and it's big. And I see a lot of growth coming. And at the rate that you're going, you're gonna touch generations. So yes, it's very necessary. Um, so Krystle B, like you I know how strenuous it is writing the book. Where you get your energy from? I know you mommy mode, know what I mean? And I know that's like a big deal within itself. I know all about the children. I
Yeah.
love my baby, so I know. So where do you tap in? Because I know you give a lot of energy. Where you get yours from? Where your
Well,
charger come from?
to be honest, I really love writing. I think it was kind of like art therapy for me for a very long time. So it's very fulfilling, right? The writing aspect of it. The business side, I'm not gonna lie, I have knocked on burnt out door a few times.
Mm, mhm,
But I just feel like I remember every tearful parent, auntie, grandmother who has approached me and said, wow, I can see this. And it's like life affirming. It goes beyond just a storybook. It's in the moment that if you are low vision and visually impaired and are able to see my books and something is made with you in mind when the rest of the publishing industry denies your existence, it feels so uplifting and so empowering. And at this point, I take it on as a labor of love. I do it for my people. And so that's what keeps pushing me. That whenever, I walk into a room as a visually impaired person, I still have to explain to people that there is a spectrum of vision loss, right? But every time someone comes across my book, they are educated about the spectrum of vision loss. They are educated about low vision people, legally blind people, how you can't always spot us in the crowd. We don't all use the same accommodations. And we are all entitled to accommodations regardless of how visible you feel our disability is. So it is a fire in the pit of my stomach, and I can't stop, and I won't stop. And that is what drives me. Not, sales, but awareness, inclusion for my community. Every time I have to walk into a room, a social setting, and I have to educate a room full of people, I'm like, really, folks, it's 2025. We really have not heard about low vision, visual impairment. Like, come on now. And
Mm.
if I hear one more person say, how many fingers am I holding up? Like, you know what I'm saying? It is infuriating. And if I can get into your house through a children's storybook, and I can get into the minds of your children through a children's storybook, so that when they get older and they are employers, when they are out in the world interacting with others who have visual disability or really any kind of disability, they will have planted within them a seed of inclusion and a seed that someone's disability does not determine their capacity, right? So we should treat everyone equally and just ask them specifically what their access needs are. And
Yeah, that's a
so,
big deal. No, that's a big deal.
you
Nah,
know,
like no, no, like that's
right
a
there,
fact.
that could drive a person.
That's a massive big deal. And yeah, you deserve to be a bestseller. So yeah, yo,
Please,
now I
from
mean
your
she
lips.
deserved to be a bestseller. Y'all hear what she get. You know what? A lot of times, we ask the question and we wonder why. Like, why is this still not, this thing should be implanted by now. It's not like I know people been blind since the God that Jesus healed. Like, come on, y'all still keep doing. But nah, like really, it's really the perfect opportunity for you to do what you doing. Like it's really that moment for that reason. And I'm so glad that you stepped up and recognized, your call and you answered. Now I mean, ring, 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 pick up the phone. Here I am. Yeah, like
Hello,
I'm talking about that
is it
dancing,
me
cause
you're looking for?
That's
yeah,
right,
look, I'm talking about the dancing, cause I ain't gonna lie, I get my little two step on, little shum shum. But
uh,
Miss Deborah, like champion winning dance contest, like where you get all your energy from? Cause you like a
Wait,
fireball.
can Deborah, before you start, can I just jump in real quick?
Now
go
you
I
ahead.
was
Gucci,
the
you good.
judge at that dancing competition.
Yes,
So,
yes.
Deborah might be a little humble up in here.
Oh my
Let me
goodness.
tell you, this girl's dance routine went through Caribbean hip hop. She went all the way around the world and she had the dance moves for each genre. Okay?
Uh-oh.
She did the darn thing. Sorry, go ahead, Deborah.
Now everybody tapped in now, Deborah. Give us the secret. Where you get it
Well,
from? How you do this?
the last year dance champion, he was awesome. He was fire. I
Mm,
came out there and I just felt like I didn't deserve the win, but I was just honored to be a part of and get a chance to see how it was. You know what I'm saying? And it was beautiful. Our firefighters was helping, and one of them was my dance partner, and I just loved all the energy and everything was going in the room. And I was like, I'm going back next year, and I'm going away. I was like, I'm coming back because last year was Electrifier.
mm,
And this year we was Red Hot Cinnamon, the group that we put together. So it took it down to the wire, 2 weeks to the date for me to get my partner. But I already knew what I needed to do. I saw the competition last year. I saw they was bringing it hardcore. The women had to work hard, and I said,
mm,
I know what I want to do. And so she was like, "Well, tell me what you want to do." I had to convince her first, and I said, I share this prize, but I was like, "I'm gonna slice this. I'm gonna come in. I wanted to be energy in the room because we're about energy and excitement. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
I wanted it to be that we're having fun." She came in with the song "Summer Bun." We gonna have fun, and I said, "Let's high
mm,
five right here. Have the alarm sounding." I said we need to have some more going on. She said, well, we could put Beyonce body bounce in here. So we went from Summer Fun to Beyonce, and
Mm-hmm.
then we went into Boots on the Ground. And if you need me to call me, holla. And then we did the reggae Caribbean style on the end when we sliced it with the alarms to let you know we going into the change. And we made it like easy, 4 minutes and 4 seconds. We did the
Mm-hmm.
darn thing. We didn't get a chance to work with the choreographers. We had 7 practices and maybe an hour out of those 7 days or 6 days that we worked together. But it was easy enough because we had made up minds. We worked together, and she was able to easily, from the instructions that Krystle Allen and Aquila give, in rehearsals and stuff for us to practice, they're able to teach a sighted person how to instruct the person that's not as well sighted or not at all sighted. So I was able to show her what I learned from them and being a part of the dance last year, and put whatever she had in there. I said, we going to win. And
Mm-hmm.
that's it. So we put that in there and we made it happen. I mean, it was so exciting. It was so fun. I didn't know that Crystal Lena was going to put me to the forefront. They said, you have to be first because you're the queen. Because I won the title already. I said, I found that out the day before. I said, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm coming to win, so that's all it is. I'm coming to
Coming
win,
to
so I'm
win.
coming back this year for these other titles. I'm coming back to win. But I just want people to know the excitement and the sisterhood, the love, even with the men that are a part of Eyes Like Mine, whether it's be like Crystal's father is amazing, Laquilla's father is amazing. Crystal B, her husband, the support, my support, and all the volunteers, they are amazing. I mean, the firefighters and all that come and escort us, the volunteers that Crystal had, the attitudes, their personality. They love doing what they do, and they make it easier for us to be who we are. And I just want other people to know this is an amazing, amazing platform. It's not just something we say because it's an interview, but it's something that you should come in and rub elbows and get a feel for. You may just fall in love, and it will push you to be your best self. And so that's how I stay winning that energy. I love to help people, and I love to be around people that love people and love to help people. And so
Man,
that's
oh
what
man,
this
oh man.
Queen's Court is. That's what this
Yeah.
Queen's Court is.
Yeah.
Crystal Allen, Crystal B.
Yeah.
Belinda, and Miss Blonde Diva and Miss Independent Rosalind Kennedy. We
Yeah.
love the
Man, oh
people.
man, oh
Yes, we
man.
do.
I ain't gonna you got me smiling over here, man. Energy. Energy. People feel that energy. I love that. Even though we
Yeah.
blind, we bring in the energy. I know they feel the energy. We deal with real life
That's
people.
fire.
We growing massively because we bring in the energy, and I love how you put that, like
Yeah.
fun, this is
Yeah.
it don't do we
Yeah.
work hard, we play hard, we
Yeah.
live life, we bring the energy, we spread the light, the love, and this is why we are seeing that elevation and success coming our way, because you guys are a great example of this thing could really be done. Like, it really can be done, and not only could it be
Yes.
done, it's being executed on high levels. And you guys are really humble,
Yes.
but you're really making massive, massive impacts in
Right.
the world.
Yes.
It's gonna be a 5-year-old little girl, young man that probably have these challenges we have, losing their sight, right? They
Mm-hmm.
don't have no family.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have no family that
Mm-hmm.
they could learn from.
Yeah.
They feel like they in this alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What could you tell them, Crystal A? Because I think you're a great motivation and inspiration
Yes.
to the people,
Yes.
to that
Yes, she
5-year-old
is.
that's coming up.
Well, definitely be a leader, not a follower. That's a cliche, but it's a true life statement, and it can be anyone's experience.
Yeah.
And really never give up. Always trust yourself.
Yep.
And it's all right to make mistakes that you learn from for sure. Because every day we wake up, it's a learning experience. We
Mhm.
weren't born with all the answers.
Yep.
And even when we grow into adulthood, we still don't know everything. Point me in the
Right.
direction of somebody who's grown, who knows everything. Nobody, right? We get the chance
That's
to
that.
learn from each other every single day. And even the leader has to learn from somebody. So it's like
Exactly.
it's always a ripple effect. Life is learning, learning is life.
Mm.
And we definitely are better together. Imagine if
Mm.
all of us could be unified, how
Mhm.
Imagine.
much ground we could really break, how much impact we
Yes.
could really have. You know,
Yeah.
Tokyo ish,
Yeah.
Krystle. Tokyo ish. That's what I'm talking.
Yes.
But that's what's
Yes.
happening. We are
Yeah.
better together, and that's why we impact them because we coming together, and we not making it a blind world or nothing like that. But
That's
it's
right.
beautiful to see, blind folk coming together, uplifting, supporting one another. That's a beautiful thing. And
Mhm.
not only that, but we out here in our community uplifting anybody who like like
Need
uh
it. Mhm.
Crystal B said, treat others like you wanted to be treated, and then it's gonna
Mhm.
happen. I know you got the children, Crystal B. Like,
Mm-hmm.
mommy, I know you like they superhero, right? What are some of the things you be trying to instill in them so that they don't depart when they get older?
I don't know that they see mommy as a superhero, but certainly they understand that I move different, right? And so at story time, it's like get one of mommy's special books because they know
Mm,
those are the only books that mommy can read, right? The other books mommy can't read those books.
mhm, mhm.
Um, but in terms of instilling in them, I always look at myself as just trying my best to measure up to what my mother was to me. I always say that I think my transition through vision loss went as well as it did because I had such a rock in my mom. She passed away last year. And so I carry that torch now to show my kids that there are no excuses. You know,
Mhm.
you are able-bodied. You have been given gifts from God. You've been given a purpose that it's you are charged with discovering for yourself. What is your joy? What is your happiness? What fulfills you? And for you to go out into the world and share that gift that was bestowed upon you. And there are no excuses. There will be challenges. There will be tribulations. My mom was a shining example of that. She came over very young as an immigrant and she worked her way up. She was a self-made woman. She put her kids through private school. She owned homes. She owned property. She saw the world. And she lived in a one-bedroom apartment with like 12 other people when she was living in Panama.
Mm.
So I want my kids to know that whatever that dream is, dream big. You want to be an astronaut? Let's do it. I'm gonna start doing my research. When does
There
NASA
you
start recruiting? You know,
go.
like there's nothing outside of your reach, and mommy will always be here to support you as a strong foundation for your hard work and your integrity and your determination to get you there.
That's massive. And I'm so glad you said astronaut. I had published a book about in 2020 actually. We had got it in the school author apps out in Alexandria, Louisiana. And one of the people we featured in this book name was Jeanette Epps, and she was like one of the first black female astronauts to do like an outer space trip, right? So we put that book together to show, on the black Latino community that, you don't always got to be a basketball player. You know what I mean?
That's true.
You could go out of space if you want. You could do computer science and get into, being into venture capitalism and doing just amazing things. It's a lot of options for us. So yeah, like I really appreciate you for being that model, and your children. And I'm not going to speak for your children. I'm gonna speak for me. You do look like Superwoman, girl. So wear that cape, baby. Wear that cape. You doing your
Well,
thing, man.
I approach it the same way my mom did. Like, I think probably for the first 10, teens years, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, she's so strict. And then once they get past that, they're gonna be like, wow, I'm so
Yeah, they
glad
gonna
I
know
had my
why.
mom that was so strict.
They gonna know why. They
Yep,
gonna know why. It's all for a reason. Like I said, you
yep,
being a great model. Like it's this is just so big. The energy could go forever. I just want like the ball to really give us. Cause this gonna be airing after the pageant, and I want for all the future pageant people. And I know you. I don't know if you competing in the pageant, but I know you are the winner of the dance situation. So tell them what it means to be a champion. The future ones that's coming in the future, because I'm sure they gonna want to come back like you said next year. I'm coming to take it, and you came and you actually took it. So tell them what it's going to take for them to win next year if they didn't get it this year, or if they trying to apply it next year and they want to be a winner. Because I love the fact that you said you came with the winning mentality. You came to win.
Is that addressed it to me, Deborah?
Yes, ma'am. The
Okay, ask
winner
that
of the
question
dance
one more again.
situation,
Say
dancing with the blind, the winner. Yeah.
so. Ask me the question one more
I
time.
want I want you to tell the people what it's going to take for them to win. They going they gonna be hearing this after the pageant, right? And I want the people that's coming up in the future, because they gonna listen. They teach them how to win next year.
Listen, let me tell you, if you want to win next year, you have to know that ain't no half stepping.
Hey,
Ain't no half stepping.
hey,
You
yep,
gotta know what you
hey.
want and know that we out here to win. It doesn't matter if we visually impaired or not.
yep,
We work hard to be, but
Yeah,
when we work hard, we know that we're gonna be above average. We're working hard just to
yes,
be average, so that's why we above average. So if you want to
yeah.
win anything as it relates to uh,
thanks.
Miss Blind Diva, Miss Independent, okay, Director's Choice, Miss Photogenic, Miss Altruistic. You gotta bring the noise, and definitely if you gonna come here with Dancing with the Blind, we got some space for the sighted and the unsighted. But you gotta know, like I said, ain't no half stepping. We
Yeah, I
were
love that. I couldn't have
designed
said
for
that better. You
accomplishment.
brought that home. You brought that one
That's
home.
right. That's
Yo,
right.
Crystal,
That's right.
you got some big ones in your circle, Crystal. Like you got some massive weight. You heavy out here. Like Crystal A, I'm talking. Like I said, it will be aired after the pageant. I know you guys are very excited. Can you get them a little update and all the information about the pageant? Because it will happen again. It's been happening for how many years?
9 years and
Big time.
counting.
Big time.
You guys, I have to sign off because I'm in the middle of the wardrobe changing because I'm coming for the crowns on the weekend.
I love
Okay?
that.
So I
It
gotta
was so
sign
good. It was
off.
so good having you. And we about to wrap up soon. So we will be connected. If you want, you could let the people know how they could what I mean, reach you in the future if you want to get that information out before you sign off.
Okay. Well, you can reach me. My title, Miss Altruistic with Eyes Like Mine. Miss Altruistic 2024. Eyes Like Mine. But Deborah Fitzgerald 32 on gmail.com. I'm on Instagram and YouTube as well. And I'm sure, Crystal, if you don't mind, you could give them more accurate information for me. I'm just rushing you guys because I'm actually in the middle of changing outfits and my name being called. But I thank
Nah,
you for
you
this
good.
platform, and I just want to let you know I appreciate this time on this platform, and I want you to know that you have asked the best to be your guest by asking Miss Krystle Allen and Miss Aquila Prevo to come on here, eyes like mine, because ain't nothing like these ladies right here.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
I just want you
Oh
to
man,
know
I appreciate you, and
that.
we'll have you back soon.
Especially
The
my
journey just
Crystal
getting
B over
started.
there.
We just
That's
getting
right. Thank you,
started.
Deborah.
All right,
Yeah.
later, Deborah. So, Crystal, while she's signing out, give us the information on the pageant. We've been going for a little while, so We're gonna let you update them, let them know about it. I love what's going on. I love how you doing it, and I want you to let the people know what's going on.
So yes, absolutely. We actually just distributed our newsletter today. So please visit eyeslikeMine.org and subscribe to our newsletter because we announce all of our Better Together contestants and even what we've been doing throughout the year. But on this Thursday, October 2nd, we will have our sneaker ball, our glowing sneaker ball, and it will be at a place called the Empowerment Studio on Sussex Avenue in Newark, New Jersey. It'll be from about 5 p.m., probably around 8:30. And on that night, we are going to be announcing who will win our 2025 title of Miss Altruistic and also our 2025 Miss Independent title holder. And on the next day, we're having a resource fair, and that's going to be on Friday, October 3rd from 12 to 4 at the Joseph Cone Training Center for the Blind and Low Vision at 130 Livingston Avenue in New Brunswick. And we're going to be sharing resources, services, opportunities, and information. And on Saturday, the weekend, October 4th, from about 12 to 4:30ish, we will be yet again at the Newark Museum of Art at 49 Washington Street, Newark, New Jersey, 07102, as we celebrate our first Court of Queens, the powerhouse title holders, for their year of service and commitment. And we transition on to select our full court of the 2025 Better Together title holders. And we are observing Blindness Awareness Month because the entire month of October is Meet the Blind Month. We have White King Safety Month. We have World Vision Day. It's also National Disability Employment Awareness Month. So it's a lot that we have to celebrate on where our history started and where it will be going as it relates to the overall blind and low vision community and especially the disability community. Our community is a community that anyone can join at any point in their life for any reason or circumstance. And we just want you to stay connected to all of us. Our titles for our powerhouse ladies are Director's Choice, Miss Photogenic, Miss Altruistic, Miss Independent, and Miss Blind Diva. So Rosalind, Belinda, Deborah, and Krystle B have really served and dedicated their time for an entire year. Whether they were going through personal matters, they saw it all through. Whether they were starting new ventures, they saw it all through. And we're so happy that the Powerhouse Ladies is their first tradition of a court of title holders within the Miss Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant. So we really, really excited. It's going to be audio described. So for those of you who like audio description, we will have that available as our method of accessibility. And we finally have an event organizer from NAS Communications and a host of different sponsors, including Ashley Stewart, Store of Newark, Horizon Hope Organization, LEMPOR, the Foreseeable Future Foundation. And we just can't wait to see everyone and just really show all of our change agents off, our contestants.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, you go, girl. You go, queen. How you say queen in Spanish? La de, what's the word? 'Cause I'm
La
about to butcher.
Reina.
La de. You go, girl. Like, man, I am so honored, to have, you on this platform. Your story is gonna empower so many, because you are the empowerment. And I'm telling you, you making it happen 9 years is a real big thing, man. And I just see 100 more for you, if God willing, man. I want to see you continue to push forward and really make this impact on the world that you're making. And yeah, like I wish we could have dropped it before, but the people gonna view this. So y'all need to hit eyes like mine up. Y'all need to really hit this organization up because you see they moving and shaking, they making things happen, and they ain't looking like they stopping. They already been doing it for 9. So Know what I mean? I feel like the 10th year gonna be something big, ain't it? I feel like that 10th year of the pageant gonna be crazy, right?
We're
Sheesh.
aiming for it. We're aiming for
Sheesh.
it.
I think that shit. So y'all better get at them now because look, man, it's happening right now. We in motion right now. Don't sit on the sidelines looking in. Get involved. Get involved. And like Krystle said, she said it real. Hey, she said that nobody is perfect. Nobody know all the answers, but we all here to learn from one another. Each one teach one. Iron sharpens iron. And this is your opportunity to really hit up some queens and be a part of a power movement. So can you give them like the links to directly contact y'all and get started ASAP?
Oh, yep. You can email us at events@eyeslikeMine.org. You can follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and X, formerly known as Twitter, at the handle at Eyes Like Mine 8. If you want to volunteer, if you want to intern with us, I'm telling you, we need all the help in here we can get. You can find us on volunteermatch.com. And we'll be happy to connect with anyone who wants to support our work and our mission, which is to share awareness about the abilities and potential of individuals with vision loss through community service initiatives, comprehensive empowerment workshops, and innovative social change awareness events. Check us out during the holiday. Giving Tuesday is coming up in November. So just keep us in the back and the front of your minds.
That's really dope, man. Yo, Krystle, man, it's so much love and honor. I thank you for just for being you. I don't shoot. You gonna have me trying to get too poetic. I'm just be yo. Thank you, girl. Know what I mean, keep doing your thing. Krystle B. Yeah, you look. Let's get to Krystle B because you have been a real pleasure. Like, I mean, I love everything about what you're doing. And I just like I said, I see so much more for you. The youngins coming up under you. You doing it for the youth, which is super dope. I have a children's financial literacy book as well. So I'm all about empowering.
Oh,
Yeah, that's out now. That's running. Money Master, it's out there doing great for me, and not only
it's
me, but
so
for my
important.
children and they family and they family and this family and that family. We want to enlighten
Yep,
our people, right?
absolutely.
We
Absolutely.
want you
So
to give us some inspiration to take us out. Let them know how they could really tap into your story, your book. Um, Before you do, it is a children's book, right?
yes, yes. I make all children's books. They are picture books. Right now I have four books published, and the unique thing about my books is that I recognize that in the spectrum of vision loss, print size is not the only barrier. Contrast is a barrier. So all of my books, you can either choose whether you want to have white background black letters or black background white letters, which would be considered the reverse contrast, which for many is a softer read.
Mm, that's dope,
So
man.
thank you. Thank you very
Mm,
much. And so my website is the letter I, abilitybooks.com. So that's www.iabilitybooks.com. The name of my company is Inside Ability Books. You can find me on Instagram under that name, Inside Ability Books. I just put a underscore between each word. So it's inside underscore ability underscore books. Because for me as a visually impaired person, when all the words run together like that, I can't read it, I can't see it. So that was even for my own. I needed to separate the letters. So it's inside underscore ability underscore books. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. Please do follow and stay tuned. Um, Something inspirational. Let's see. You are here on purpose.
Yes.
And once you find out what that purpose is, you better run swiftly in that direction, and the blessings will give you flight. Doors will open, windows will open, And you will see that the life's adversities that you experience was really giving you the muscle that you were going to need to push open those doors and to climb those mountains and just to stay firmly in faith, defiantly in faith, because people will test you with their doubt and their small thinking. But as long as you believe in yourself, as long as you believe that there's a greater power fueling you, well, what do they say? When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. So,
Nobody could say no. Wow. See, this is why this platform is imperative because y'all need that energy. Y'all need that vibe. And we thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, sharing it, giving it all the energy. And yeah, we gonna get back to y'all. We see a lot of stories, you know what I mean, how y'all presented. You know, we had to get these stories out there because a lot of times these great things is not heard as loud as they are. So we're gonna turn the volume up a little bit higher and we're gonna kick in doors because we bring in that energy, like
yeah.
Miss Deborah said, we bring in that
Yes.
energy and it ain't no half
Half
stepping.
stepping.
So yeah, even on Blind Everywhere, I know where to find us at. You know, that's even on Blind Everywhere, and we're gonna continue bringing the heat. We're gonna continue bringing these wonderful, inspirational stories to the world and to the people. And yeah, I'm gonna let Miss Krystle Allen take us out with one last word, and then y'all gonna hear the outro that y'all love so much.
All right, yes. So we are hashtag blind books and busy, hashtag going, growing, and glowing. And there is a quote that I always love to reference is don't allow your doubts to be bigger than your dreams.
Yeah.
You tuned in to the Even Though I'm Blind experience. Let's get it.